Hello again, and welcome to the first video of the anticipated CLI Basics playlist. I'm excited, I hope you are too, and we'll go ahead and get started with this. This very first video is it's probably going to be a little short. We're going to talk about some very simple commands with no options on them. We'll show you how to look at the options, but we're not going to practice any of them right now. We'll save those for a little bit later and or in the CLI Advanced playlist. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see explain the environment that we're currently in. As you can see on the screen, that is the output of NeoFetch. If you don't know what NeoFetch is, we will get to that in a little bit. It's something that you need to install, and we will talk about installing in the next video. That's a little hint. So make sure you are subscribed by clicking that subscribe button, and make sure you ring that notification bell so you know instantly when it comes out. So without further ado, what we're going to do is we're going to hold down the control key and we're going to hit L. That's going to clear the screen out. You can also, I'm going to up arrow and hit NeoFetch again, or hit enter to put that back in here, but you can also type the word clear. It will also clear the screen out. So on to our first command. As you know, anytime you buy anything whatsoever, it comes with instructions. Well, Linux is no different. It has a manual or a user manual, and that command is just the man command. Now, man is really kind of complex, but we're not going to get into any of the complexities today. That's actually going to be also in CLI Advanced. The purpose of this playlist here is to just get you to where you're starting to use the command line. This is for brand new users, this is for Windows expats, people that just came over, and you can follow along anything in this particular playlist. You can follow along on any version of Linux you want. Linux happens to be a type 1 Linux distro. If you don't know what that is, go ahead and go back and watch my what type of Linux user are you video, and it will explain the 4 different types, and I will also link to it in the description. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The way you access the manual pages or the man pages is by literally typing the word man and then the command you want the man page on. And the manual even comes with a manual, so you can literally type man and hit enter. And the way this is laid out is you have the name appear. This is the name of the command and a brief summary of basically what it does. You have the synopsis, descriptions, and if you go scroll down here, it essentially gives you the instructions on how to use this particular command. It gives often gives examples. Don't worry about this man.7 or man7 here. Again, man pages get a little complex, and we are going to talk about what these different sections mean in the more advanced class. So you don't have to worry about that for now. You can get an overview, default settings, defaults, and you can get options like this down here. Again, we're not really going to go through any of the options. If we do, it's not going to be complex at all. We'll save the complexity for the advanced users. And we're going to go ahead and hit Q for quit. Don't worry about that error message. So we're going to go ahead and clear that out. The next command we're going to talk about is uptime. It's uptime. And when you hit enter, it's simply going to do exactly that. It's going to tell you exactly what time it is currently right now. This machine has been up and running for 16 hours and 46 seconds. There's currently one user logged into the system, and then it's nice enough to give you a brief load average at the end so you can see at a glance what your system is doing. So to decode this runs from 0.00 all the way up to 1, where 1 would be 100%. And that is a load average across all cores. If you have multiple cores, there's some math involved, which we'll get in the advanced course. For now, basic users, basic instructions. This is the load average over the past 1 minute. This is the load average over the past 5 minutes. This is the load average over the past 15 minutes. For now, that's all we're going to cover. Again, advanced is coming up after this playlist sometime. It may not be directly, but it's going to be after this playlist. And if you want to dive deeper into what all these mean and you want to grab your slide rule and figure out, you know, what's the average processor output or whatever, then you can do that per thread to your heart's content. I will show you something probably in the next video too. It's not going to be this one, but the next video or two, what I'm talking about, because this is manipulated by the number of cores and threads that you have. All right, so the next one, again, we're going to Control L. The next one is the last command. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring up a list of the last users that were logged in and what they were doing. This one here, again, the LTL user is logged in on this terminal here, which we'll get into that later too. And this means that it's still running this last thing here, and it was just the last reboot is all it was. It says the last reboot was at this time, and that's pretty much it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and Control L that out of the way, and then we're going to look at the date command. So once you hit that, it brings up this here. Saturday, April 12th, 10:59:19 a.m. Central Daylight Time, or Central Time, and the year 2025. If we were to man date, it brings up all kinds of different options you can do. From different time zones, you can configure this to display the date how you want it to display. You can bring back just the day of the week. You can bring back whatever month it is. You can change the way it's formatted using all these different options here. So if you keep scrolling down, you can also see some examples, like you can use this here, or you can do this one right here, and this will pull the date for this time zone. If you're not in Los Angeles, or if you're not on the Pacific Coast, you can find out what time it is there. And this is just a different way of saying the same thing. And of course, it's going to give you a brief description, and then what that command is, just like that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and Control L. Oops, sorry, quit. Control L. And then the last one we're going to talk about in this video, at least, is the W command. This one here is a bit more useful than the last command. It's a little bit more, it tells you a little bit more about what's actually going on. So you still have the last header up here, but this also breaks it down into columns. The user that did it, where they were from, when they logged in, their idle time, how much CPU they're using, and what the last thing was that they did. Now, I literally did not do light DM session child 1316. That is just something that ran as my username in Linux. And if you have more than one user on here, it'll show the processes from that user as well. Okay, so with that said, basically we're going to go ahead and end the video here. I know it's a little bit short. It's a little over 8 minutes. And the reason why we're doing this is we're going to start out slow, and we're going to work our way up. And the further along we go, the longer the videos could be, the longer the explanations are going to be, the fewer commands we talk about through the video, because they're already going to be long as it is. And we are going to increase in complexity as we go along. So again, make sure you smash that notification bell. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. And I will see you in the next one.